Not this player again.
I don't think there's anyone with skirts in this one. Oh yeah, there's still Chun-Li. I did see who he's playing though, and it's I don't think we're gonna get anything loot out of it.
Yeah, the lootest character, Jin Satome.
Oh god.
I mean, he's only wearing a fundoshi for most of his specials. God, my eyes!
This... aside from the seizures, this game's really great.
Yeah, this is a pretty good game.
I feel like this is, some might argue this is where the series peaks. And then some will really enjoy the Mugen nonsense that came later, but...
we will talk about that later, but let's talk about this now.
Yeah.
So here's, Iron Man, but he's black and blue.
Yeah, so this is, I think, the first time I had ever seen, like, Iron Man / War Machine. It was in this, and I was like, oh, so he's original? It's like, no. He's a palette swap of Iron Man for some reason.
Copyright issues.
Oh, that's right.
Ready. Fight!
Ryu in this one is interesting because, they changed his headband color to red like it is in Street Fighter 2. And also he could just turn into Ken and Akuma.
Oh yeah. I feel like that's like the best way to do that, instead of just taking up character slots with, you know, Ken, Akuma, Dan, Sakura.
Yeah, what if Ryu played like Sakura and he had panty shots? And here's Capcom's original mascot, supposedly.
I like Captain Commando a lot. It's a shame that they kind of forgot about him.
I like playing him in this one, too.
There's a lot of characters that are fun to play in this one.
Strider, heal you. Win. Perfect.
Oh, hey, it's Leo's Roar from Red Earth. Take me to your boss? When you point at the manager and you're a Karen? I mean, he's not a Karen because he's obviously wearing a mask.
Ready.
Jesus.
Fight.
So, Jin, Cyberbots. Cyberbots is a thing.
They just did Captain Falcon again, but like, in their own very weird way.
Yeah.
Because it's just a guy who pilots a thing, but now he has a bunch of fire punches. Although he's like, decidedly just crazy.
And also he just strips into his underwear for his specials. That didn't happen in Cyberbots, by the by.
I mean, you don't know. He was inside a mech.
You're not wrong. Cyberbots is an interesting beast. Maybe we could cover it in a future thing.
Oh, sure.
Hyperstars and Stripes.
I do like whenever you do the, like, double super thing with your partner. It, like, combines their names.
Star. Venom Flush.
Ew.
Ready.
Oh my god, it's Mega Man.
Mega Man! The super fighting robot!
This is the,
It's kind of weird that Maximilian got into Smash Brothers just because Mega Man showed up and he's like, I'm a die-hard Super Smash Brothers fan.
Great.
Look at my dog.
Just shoot projectiles everywhere, whatever.
Kick a soccer ball, because he did it in a few games.
I like the shuffled strikers you get now, from just a whole bunch of different random characters.
You could deliberately select them through a code.
Yeah. There's also, like, secret ones.
There are secret ones, and there's just a few busted ones, like Colossus, Juggernaut, Psylocke,
Yeah.
Sentinel.
There's some, like, useless ones, too. It's very Mario Party that way. Legion Star!
Strider, heal you.
At least it's better than Star Slash! And freedom prevails! That's a pretty cool quote. Here's my Sunday best!
want to say that, yeah, like War Machine may be the more popular one in like the Marvel games, just because MVC1 was so big.
I definitely learned about that character through this.
Yeah. Because like I'm pretty
also
sure I had heard of Iron Man, but like I had no idea what the fuck this was.
Yeah, like, who hasn't heard of Iron Man? Him committing war crimes, blowing up Middle Eastern countries, being a fucking capitalist.
Enough out of you. It's comic books.
It's Power Rangers theme.
Yeah. I honestly don't know if Wolverine's ever had a consistent theme because I can never pick up on any sort of like melody.
This theme returned in Marvel 3. That's about it. Sure, Cap. Oh no, it's Chun-Li.
Oh no. I still don't like playing her.
Ready.
I only like playing her in a few games. Here's Venom.
Here's Venom. He's a bastard.
People really hate that he's that they got his color wrong, even though it's like his alternate color is a lot more closer to like what he's supposed to be. I mean, I like really don't care because you know you could just edit that in Mugen and they'll just make him like straight black anyways.
I don't know if like older comics with a more blue look or what. I just
Yeah, it was probably like black with like a blue shine to it.
yeah. It is a little weird of a choice, but I can't imagine why someone would really care that much.
No, people care, especially comic book fans. I remember they had like this whole art book in re-releases of Ultimate Marvel 3. And they had like pages for like what they did for like this game and others. And I think I remember they said like Marvel got kind of pissy when they got Onslaught's effect colors wrong. They're like, we wanted acid green. Well, why don't you just say like yellow green if that's what it is?
Captain America wins.
Oh no, Captain America panty shot.
Oh boy, is this right?
Oh god.
It just keeps cropping back up.
It's gonna pop up in Street Fighter 5.
I'm waiting for
Also,
it.
Gambit got a spot here.
Because he's fucking cool. I don't know shit about comic books, he's fucking cool though. Look at this dude.
You're not wrong. It's just that, like, you know, Gambit's a little bit out of the blue for the first Marvel versus Capcom, but...
I mean, to be fair, considering some of their other choices in other games,
yeah.
it's pretty on brand for them.
Pretty nice of them to bring Oro back for Street Fighter 5, too.
Oh yeah.
They're like, you know what? He hasn't appeared in a game in a while. Let's just bring him back. Let's make him hold a turtle.
They're kind of doing that a little bit, like, I mean, Armika and, someone else, I guess Birdie?
Like Birdie, Karen.
Oh yeah, Karen had been around for a while, too.
Irian, Alex.
Oh yeah, Street Fighter 3s.
Yeah. Fucking, I wouldn't have minded doing a MIC watch of Darkstalkers, which is, I'm really surprised hasn't happened yet.
To be fair, I think the ones we've done so far was like, we also did the Fatal Fury stuff because of Smash.
Yeah.
I think we did a lot of things because of Smash, like they just kind of inspired us to go back and look, but...
Yeah. Because, it definitely has a lot of interesting, design in it.
Oh yeah. Speaking of... Oh no.
Oh no.
Hold it.
Oh yeah, secret characters.
I didn't know about
Fucking-
this.
Marvel, it's Marvel Superheroes Hulk.
Man, I
Although
knew
he's
this...
called Orange Hulk.
Yeah, I knew these characters existed, I didn't know about fighting them though.
Yeah. And then there's Hyper Venom, some people dub him Carnage because he's red, or orange like Hulk here.
Yeah.
And then there's shit like Lilligan,
Yeah, Lilith.
Shadow Lady.
Oh yeah, Shadow Lady. Of course. Who, made an appearance in Street Fighter V.
Yeah. Not playable though.
Yeah.
Maybe she's the secret character for the season 5.
What's their striker? Is it Shadow?
Sentinel.
Oh.
For some reason, Sentinel is just that.
Here it comes.
That got changed into a level 3 in Marvel 3 for some reason.
God, yeah, that was weird.
It was probably because it was broken. But then they reverted it back for Infinite? Oh yeah, those ghosts are recycled from Darkstalkers.
Yeah, they're from, Lord Raptor stage.
Yeah.
Anita.
Speaking of Darkstalkers, Anita's here.
Ready.
Different stage.
Yeah, alright, where were we? Wasn't Anita a secret character in one of the games we already looked at?
Marvel Superheroes. She
That's
wasn't complete,
Oh, right.
technically speaking. And oh yeah, Akuma was in Children of Adam. But using
yeah.
Street Fighter 2 sprites because Alpha wasn't a thing yet.
It's Raw Super.
Yeah. That's the American way, baby!
I like the CM soundtrack a lot, too.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. Oh yeah, I forgot that this was actually a remix of his Marvel Superheroes theme.
Yeah.
It just changed in Marvel Superheroes vs. Street Fighter because...
That game was weird with the music. I do like it's like the same crossover, essentially. They just keep changing which properties get in.
Yeah,
And then eventually they're just like, screw it, let's just do Marvel and Capcom.
it gives them more variety.
Yeah. It's kind of what everyone wanted, really.
Strider,
貴様らにそんな玩具は必要ない。
Even if you do something specific, you get some weird stuff like Shumagarath and Sabretooth.
Berserker Claws! Yeah,
Alright.
yeah. Keep this.
Hold it! You may even fear. I am Onslaught.
Onslaught's a weird-ass motherfucker.
fight.
Yeah, so he's like Professor X and Magneto combined or some shit?
Hey, that's the gist of it from some X-Men thing. I'm surprised that they didn't make an Onslaught movie, but instead just did Dark Phoenix and it bombed like ass.
It's weird that, like, they're very inconsistent with how they do their bosses. Like, for a lot of the early ones, it's just like an X-Men boss. Or a Marvel boss. I don't know what Apocalypse is, actually, but...
He's X-Men.
Okay, so yeah, it's been a lot of X-Men bosses, and then in the next game, it's just, like, something.
It may have been a scrap Darkstalkers thing, but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
And then MVC3 was another Marvel boss, and then Infinite was a Marvel and a Capcom boss fused into one.
Which is, like, it's very stupid, but you kind
It's
of...
very comic booky.
Yeah, like, you kind of expect them to do it anyway. Like, before that, but... Oh, what is Onslaught doing?
Groaning.
I hate this boss, by the way.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't do a lot of, like, SNK games back in the day. I was big into Capcom ones, but this is, yeah, my experience with boss fights start here.
Strider, Hiryu, win.
Because there was Apocalypse, but he wasn't as ridiculous.
Some of these had weird endings, like fucking Ryu meets a Street Fighter Alpha sprited Sean. Jin becomes a shadow version of himself.
They like shadow characters.
Fucking, I think Lilith or Morgan gets in Zangief's body.
Oh, that sounds familiar.
That's it!
Okay. If I remember correctly, hey, Unknown Soldier. Fucking Unknown Soldiers are cool. If I remember correctly, in, Namco Cross Capcom, like, there's some weird legal thing with the Strider series where, like, for some reason that one specifically got its own credit on the title screen.
Yeah, that's true for Marvel games as well. Because of some manga thing that they had.
Ah.
I don't remember if it was the inspiration to make Strider 2, which is where the design of this one was based off of, or if it's the other way around.
It's very SNK-like credits here.
I do love this credits theme.
Yeah. Oh gosh, it was nothing.
I got nothing.
Game over.
Yeah, here are all these characters you can't play until the next game.
Oh god.
Uh,
I want to get to it right now.
yeah, it's a pretty big nut to crack. You. So yeah, everybody is here, and this is the port that we will never get again.
This is Mugen, the fighting game.
I know that it's Mugen the fighting game. I know you're gonna say it's garbage, but I enjoy playing this.
I don't
when
think this game is garbage. It's just, it is dumb as shit.
What it is, yeah. Like when you're playing with friends, it's fine, but like,
Yeah, no, it's a fun game. I actually enjoy playing it. It's just, you can't take it seriously because this game is like broken as fuck.
yeah. I actually almost got off the Iron Man Infinite, although I was War Machine. So yeah, they brought back, like, everybody. They even had, like, a bunch of new characters.
Yeah.
This is the first time Guile has shown up in the MVC series, and it's his only appearance.
Yeah. Thank God.
Yeah, because he had a fucking somersault with a projectile on it.
Alright, yeah.
This is a very Dreamcast aesthetic.
I was about to say that, actually. It's like this and Power Stone just have... It just has that arrow to it.
I also was gonna say, now that I come to think of it, when I used to play this all the time, for some reason my first opponents would always be Colossus, Omega Red, and Doctor Doom on the fucking big clown stage.
What the hell?
Well, it would happen absurdly frequently.
Oh god. Oh god, this port. What the fuck?
Because widescreen, yeah.
Um...
You can bring it back to the standard definition, though.
Jesus Christ, that's weird. Alright. So this was, one of the few games for the CPS3 before it died on its ass.
This wasn't a CPS3 thing?
Wasn't?
No!
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
No, it was on, different hardware.
Was it Naomi or whatever?
Yeah. CPS3 couldn't support, full 3D like this.
Really? I thought this was CPS3.
No, CPS3 was just,
It's Street Fighter 3 and JoJo's.
and Red Earth.
And Red Earth, that's right.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Oh god, this port.
So they had to cut out a lot of frames to get all these characters in.
Yeah.
Though it's not absurdly evident yet until you see some of the returning characters from Children of the Atom.
Yeah, it's like the older sprites got, like, the worst in terms of frame cuts. And so, like, they make them look really bad.
Oh god. Hyper beam. Here
Alright,
comes
so
Rob Liefeld.
we got one of those returning characters here, and also a new character, relatively. He
Was
has
a mistake.
he has a like several gunshot attack on his heavy punch.
Yes.
It's a bit worth mentioning. This game is 4 buttons with
Oh
2 assist
yeah,
buttons.
they crunched the buttons so they could have assists as well as their own buttons.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think they didn't want to have like an 8-button arcade cabinet.
because at this point, like the Marvel's Capcom series is amusing in that it has never had a consistent button scheme.
Like, well, beforehand when it was, you know, X-Men versus X-Men Children of the Atom through Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter, it was always 6-button.
Right.
Then MVC 1 was 6-button. Then this one is 4-button.
It's 4 button with 2 punches, 2 kicks. MVC3 is 4 buttons with 3 generic attack buttons and a launcher button.
They did that for a mechanic that not many people really use.
It's weird.
And then MVC Infinite went back to 4-button.
Yeah.
Like this, kinda. Although I don't think if you press the light button twice, you get a medium.
Right, yeah, that's the thing with this game is 2 lights in a row will get you the medium attack. So you can still do some pretty crazy chains.
Yeah, light punch, light kick,
So this game
medium
has a
punch.
this game has a soundtrack.
It. I don't know. I think Marvel just let Capcom do whatever the fuck they want.
I just really miss character themes. Like that's a big thing for me. But
Yeah.
this soundtrack is very different. And I think I've grown to like more of it over time, but I remember just in general being kind of mixed on it.
Yeah, if only there were mods to have character themes.
This fight is a mess, by the way. That's kind of the thing about this game, is there's just a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
It's like dumb
I
fun,
think-
but it is like... It's very understandable if someone doesn't like it just because it is really hard to follow.
Yeah. I think people do enjoy it because, you know, it's absurdly broken and there's a big cast of characters that not many people are even gonna touch.
Yeah. It's like the real shame of it being like so busted is that, like competitively, you'll never see like 60% of the characters. And that might be generous.
Unless you
Jesus Christ.
look at like low tier tourneys where they
Yeah.
ban top tiers.
So what is it? Just like Sentinel, Storm,
It's like Sentinel, Storm, Magneto,
Yeah.
Cable, Cyclops, Captain Commando. I could have sworn there was another one, but it's slipping my mind right now.
pretty skewed on the Marvel side too. It's kind of the opposite of CVS from what I hear.
Yes. So, Sansan is an original character based off of an older Capcom property?
Which is in itself based on Journeys of the West.
I think I remember hearing that a bunch of scrap stuff for Darkstalkers 4 ended up in this game.
Right,
And
yeah.
I'm not sure if Sansan was one of them, but I am definitely certain that Amingo and Ruby Heart were from Darkstalkers 4.
It's one of those things, like, I have a hard time believing that just because these characters, like, don't really fit in with that universe too well, but
I think Amingo could fit in pretty well.
I think mostly because he doesn't really have a horror motif, he's just a cactus.
Huh?
Like, he's
Maybe
really
they're
cool.
just like funny plant man.
That's the thing is, if it did happen, I wouldn't be upset about it. But it is like kind of weird to be like, oh yeah, Darkstalkers characters like the Cactus and Journey to the West. It's like, huh?
Yeah, but since he ended up here, he is officially a Marvel vs. character. Just how Ingrid is... I guess she's technically a Street Fighter character because she ended up in a port of Alpha 3.
Right. They have a lot of properties. And they keep referencing all of them in Street Fighter, and then that's about it.
Damn, they should probably, like, skip Street Fighter 6 and work on something else. Like, please?
Oh no, because Street Fighter Cross Tekken didn't do very well, so they're not going to make Darkstalkers 4.
Fuck you! Why don't we just make Darkstalkers ourselves?
I mean, at this point we're going to have to.
Yeah, like, Darkstalkers 4 is already Killer Instinct, and Darkstalkers 5 is Ultra Fight Kianta 2.
Oh, they're going to say Skullgirls.
No, Skullgirls is never Darkstalkers.
Skullgirls
That's like the
wants to be
Street Fighter
Darkstalkers.
1 of Darkstalkers, and Darkstalkers already has its own Street Fighter 1. Actually, I don't think Darkstalkers 1 was, like, that bad.
Yeah, it's just really slow.
It's just weird.
Yeah.
Tal Bane, who can't even direct his beast cannon.
I love this announcer, though.
I almost had a heart attack. I need to go to the hospital.
So first place was 0 wins.
I didn't know that Glass Joe played this game.
I will say this is the debut of one of my mains in these
Ruby
games.
Heart?
No, Tron.
Oh, Tron.
Yeah, I mean, not debut in general, but I really like playing her in this game in 3.
One of her assists is just like one of her crouching normals, and it does an absurd amount of damage for some reason as an assist.
Yeah. It's a very unique design for a, like, I guess, I don't know if grappler character is correct, because she doesn't grapple.
She doesn't grapple in this game.
Not in this game, no.
Yeah, she got it in Marvel 3. It's weird how to think of how they compromised so many movesets just because it became like that kind of 3-button game.
Yeah.
So anybody with a half circle has to have like twice as many DP motions.
I guess I should also mention that the reason that I even played Darkstalkers to begin with was Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
Let me guess. You saw the Darkstalkers character. You went to play the game.
Yeah. But here's the funny thing about that. I played Marvel vs. Capcom 1 before 2. I just didn't fucking give a shit about Morgan even back then. But as soon as I saw other characters, I'm like, oh, they're from that game that Morgan's from. Okay, now I want to see what it's actually like.
Yeah.
It was fucking Anarchus and Babyhood. It was also Felicia,
Yeah.
but yeah.
I like Felicia, but you know, Anacaris is probably like a better franchise seller.
Yeah, Felicia is fun to play.
Yeah.
Weird opinions on her, but she's actually
And
one of my
here's
mains in this
Ruby
game.
Heart, who's really cool, and she could crash the game.
Oh yeah. She's Talbane, but with cannon.
Yeah. She's a fucking badass pirate lady. Can she show up in Street Fighter 5?
She's actually really great, yeah. Like, Amingo's really cool, but like his moveset is weird as fuck.
Like he has 2 launchers that are just both of his crouching mediums.
Captain Commando's great too. Game's got
Yeah.
fucking good characters in it. Good game?
The game's got good games in it. The secret level 3 makes you play Captain Commando from start to finish.
Oh no.
No win quotes either.
Yeah. The aesthetic is just very of the era.
I don't mind it.
It's,
But yeah,
it's
I get
cheesy.
it.
It's
It's
very
very
cheesy.
2000s.
Yeah. Oh, here's a Star Gladiator character.
Oh yeah, Star Gladiator, that thing.
Yeah. There's a ton
That
of...
game that was supposed to be Star Wars before Star Wars was like, we can make it ourselves. And then Capcom's like, now what? Let's just make rip-off Star Wars.
Should you mention these stages are also like alternate versions? At least some of the ones we've seen.
Yeah,
They have like
like
reskins.
the usual version of this is like water instead of lava.
Yeah.
I don't mind that because it, you know, gives it a little flavor if you're tired of the vanilla version.
Yeah, they're nice. So they can like reference a lot of their properties. They even have another character I love playing this game, Jill.
Oh yeah, Jill! Like,
Before they ruined her.
I'm not big on Resident Evil, but I really like this version of Jill.
Yeah.
And it's a shame that they were just like, afterwards.
They put a Nocris in this game.
He doesn't belong in this game, I'm sorry.
No, he is weird as fuck. That they made him play like a Marvel character, and that's really strange.
I don't know if he still has the thing where he wraps around the screen, but I know he doesn't have the projectile swallow and then spit back out.
I think all of his supers are original.
He has, the Pharaoh thing with the weird input, but he only has, like, the one version of it. Because I know he had alternate versions in, Darkstalkers.
Oh,
Where it,
yeah.
like, goes faster, does more damage, turns you into a woman.
That one, yeah, okay, he has that, but...
And then sometimes the big sarcophagus is upside down for some reason. This guy's fucking weird.
I just, like, those super where he turns really big, he just...
That
controls-
might have been a leftover from Darkstalkers 4, I'm sorry.
Oh, no.
Whoa, he is big and he is slapping me. So yeah, Capcom should have made the new Star Wars trilogy.
Yeah, Hayato's pretty cool.
Yeah.
They just didn't... What did they not... They didn't reference Red Earth or Rival Schools in this game.
Nah, Rival Schools would be CVS 2, and Red Earth would be like, nope. It's a
SVC.
shame because Red Earth is really stinking cool.
I still haven't played it and I've been meaning to.
Yeah, I remember getting really into it before I started streaming it. It is hard until you like learn how to deal with the bosses and their patterns.
Well, it's like strictly player versus AI, right?
You could do versus mode, but you only have 4 characters to pick from.
Kind of a shame, but... Oh yeah, so Rogue with a new palette.
For some reason.
I don't know why
I
they
don't
gave him
mind
like
it,
these weird shuffle animations before the round starts, because they all look really dumb.
I don't know. You have like Thanos with his funny wiggle.
I think the Iron Man one / War Machine one is the best though.
Oh yeah, Rogue's AI is just off the shits in this one.
Oh, itch.
Like even if you like, I don't think changing the difficulty like does anything. Like if you turn it down, then Rogue would still just be like, I'm gonna beat your ass. Dive kicks, short hop dive kick.
I'll say this is, I think, maybe the most memorable stage / theme in this game.
I
Most
do like the cave one a lot, but
I'd say most memorable and least memorable.
least?
Yeah, no, I don't like this one.
Oh, oop.
Like, I don't, this music, I just, nah. Good one, Sakura.
Yeah. Nice of you to learn an anti-air fireball only. In this game, she has to become sunburnt in order to get a straightforward Hadouken. Because she doesn't have like an evil version, she has a sunburnt version, which gives her the Hado.
I love the, whenever, like, when they get, convert a character to this game, they usually make their projectiles bigger.
I think that's just like a rotated Zanku Go Hado from Street Fighter 3.
Oh, Jesus.
And you see a lot of CPS3 assets being used in CPS2 stuff because they're continuing CPS2 because it's a lot more profitable.
Yeah.
I think Darkstalkers 4 was supposed to be on the CPS4. I mean, 3! Not the 4! CPS4!
Even more ill-fated than the CPS3.
What would its graphics even be like? It would just be like
Fully 3D.
Sonic 3D Blast,
Oh, jeez.
but with Street Fighter characters. Knuckles Chaotix, but with Street Fighter characters. There we go.
It would just be Toy Story.
I don't remember if that was the final stage or not.
No idea.
But the penultimate.
I think another thing that makes this feel very Mugen is everyone has, like, the one piece of, like, artwork.
Yeah, they have like 2 pieces of artwork.
Oh, yeah, they have 2. Oh, yeah, one for
2
the first
pieces
screen.
of artwork! There's Jill.
There's Jill.
Come on!
Okay. Everyone had, like, a whole bunch of palettes, but we still hadn't invented, like, a way to look at the palettes before you select them.
I don't know when they first started doing that, because I would like to know.
Yeah, I don't know when the first, like, game to do that was.
You know, like, you select your character, but instead of immediately selecting them, you could check out their palette.
Yeah. Probably one of the 3D ones where you can, like, select a costume, but... in terms of, like, the actual palette-based ones, I have no idea.
I don't want to say Street Fighter 4, because I know that it didn't. It just... because it only had artwork for the character select, and then you had to see what random color you picked. I don't think that they had white Balrog, fortunately.
Let's hope.
I hate that shit. Here's Jill.
I do like her just like, oh shit.
God.
She's like a weird zoner.
Yeah, it's just like, how do we represent our survival horror franchise? She summons zombies by getting scared by them.
She even has like a super version where fucking like Tyrant comes out, I think.
Yeah, the Tyrant shows up, and she could even shoot it for an extra bar meter.
I forgot about that. I never actually did that. Because I don't think I actually knew that was a thing.
Yeah. Kind of stinks that like Mugen people would be like, no, she can't summon zombies anymore. They're just like, she can attack with a knife. She can shoot her gun. Like, the only instance of her using her gun in this is a counter.
Oh, that's right, yeah. It's like they gave them these movesets for a reason, and people are just like, that's not cool enough. It's like, no.
It's like, it's too silly or it's not accurate to the source.
Yeah.
Then again, these are like the kinds of people who would edit these characters' stances into like a 3-frame rise up their torso and then bring it back down. Give Captain America a fucking minigun, and a special move where he spins his shield on his finger. I hate Mugen sometimes!
Jill Valentine pot style. .def.
Jill Divine Wolf style.
And they have way more characters on their team. This is kind of cheating. Has anyone ever tried to make a playable version of one of the other Captain Commando characters?
Probably.
Actually, no, I'm pretty sure I've seen Baby Commando as a playable character.
So there's this boss.
This is Abyss?
Yeah, I don't know if he actually would be like a Darkstalkers 4 leftover?
You'd have to be another final boss, I imagine.
It's like, this form looks like it could probably be a Capcom thing, and then like, the final form looks like a Marvel thing.
Yeah?
This guy's really cool, though.
Yeah, he looks real neat. he just, yeah, of course he has a giant laser.
Out of his dick. Dick!
Sage's pretty neat.
Yeah. This guy's got really cool animations.
Yeah, he does. Bye.
Oh no, it's Helix from Arms.
This laugh.
I hated this face so much.
Yeah.
Although I do like how his theme just progressively picks up. Like this one has bass in it.
Oh, yeah.
That slap bass.
Oh no, the Riku bubbles.
No, the Thanos bubble.
Fight fire with fire, I guess. And so we're in hell, I guess.
I guess. No, don't say that, or else fucking Vivzy Pop will make a 12-tweet rant about us.
Anyway, so this thing is scaled up to hell, so it looks kind of
Yeah.
funny. It's like a weird mixture of styles. Like, it looked really cool, but it's also, like...
Too high res.
The inconsistency is weird.
He loves doing that. And fake Venom Fang.
Yeah. Okay, he's just being a jerk.
I know he has like a fucking yoga flame that he does rarely, and also that.
Wow, what? He's just being a dick.
Yeah, your strategy is wait for him to pop up and then use your super. Or like, get 3 bar and then use your team super, because it usually does a lot more.
Yeah. I actually really want to see what these sprites look like isolated.
That would be interesting.
It's like someone's got to have made this from Yugen, right?
Yeah, I definitely know like a few people have.
Playing as this guy.
Kumbo. What are you doing?
I gotta go.
Just kick it! Yeah, there you go, you kicked it.
What the hell?
And then it freaked it!
What is she saying in that wind pose?
Too short?
Okay, that's what I thought. I just...
No, she didn't say too shit.
Thanks for playing Marvel vs. Capcom.
Deep fried fucker.
Name will be inscribed in the pages of fighting history.
Hey,
D.
Detroit.
Roy Buster. You can't have shit in Detroit.
Hey, this sequence is interesting. Which-
Yeah, because they're like, here's the vaguely thinly laid out plot.
I got an orb. I don't need it.
I fucking hate Cadbury eggs for Easter. I almost said Christmas.
I need even more for Christmas. It's not even the right time of year. Dipshit.
You call it a dipshit?
Whoever's giving you Cadbury eggs at Christmas.
Ugh. Domingo giving a rose to fucking Rogue.
Oh yeah, so there's... Was it Spiral? Not Spiral, Marrow.
Yeah, Marrow.
They did
That's
like...
the one that ARPA liked.
They did like a few new characters for the Marvel side. I'm trying to remember like what all they did that was new for Marvel. It was Cable, Marrow.
Cable, Marrow.
Is that it?
Is that it? I know that there's, you know, a lot, like, everybody comes back, including, you know, Doom and Thanos, who were previously unplayable.
Oh yeah.
Or at least without, you know, cheats. Damn Man, I don't even remember MVC2 roster.
It's big. It was like 52 characters or something.
Yeah, I just need a picture of that character select. Oh yeah, they had Bone Claw Wolverine.
God, how to forget about that. 2
And
Wolverines.
that's it.
Don't give up. Challenge again.
I already won though.
And then when it comes to Capcom newcomers, there's like too many to list before this segment ends. So, I have a confession to make.
Okay,
Marvel 3 was the game that got me into fighting games.
that's fair.
Capcom presents
Marvel 3 is
Marvel Comics.
was a very big turning point for me. I think, and I know I've discussed that before, but the whole like, I really didn't like Street Fighter 4, but I really liked MVC 3. And
Oh, you like this game?
I used to.
Oh,
I actually really got excited for this game, and I wanted to play it like crazy, and finally got to play it, got my hands on it, and by the end of the generation, I'm like, man, combo fighters are fucking garbage.
it's such a weird thing, because I don't... It's like... When you get to play, it's fun, but when you get hit, it is not.
Yeah, yeah. It also started a trend in fighting games that I just can't stand. Like, you know, fighters was kind of born because this game exists, and that is a real shame, because... Alright, so this game has a really cool aesthetic, and a pretty good roster, I'd say.
Yeah, it, like, for a 3D game in, like, 2011, it still looks pretty good.
I just got deja vu from seeing all these HUD elements from Fantasy Strike, but anyway.
No, who's Wesker even gonna be? Is he gonna do a fucking pile bunker? I watched more Fantasy Strike earlier for some goddamn reason, and that Slayer dude has Slayer's air normals.
Of course he does.
He doesn't have the one where he runs in the air like an idiot, because Serlin isn't that much of a...
So Marvel's Capcom 3.
So yeah, I really like playing Dormammu. It's a shame that we won't see him for the rest of this.
This game has really cool characters with really good movesets. It's just that whenever you get a single confirm in this game, it devolves down to the same string of combos while your opponent is just watching and not doing anything, and we're skipping right the fuck through this apparently.
God damn it. Like, this game has a lot of really neat dialogue and character-specific ones, too.
Yeah, I think this is
Yeah,
where
'cause-
they, I hate to say they started really communicating with, like, the American side, but, like, I feel like, you know, Marvel was a little more involved
Yeah.
in getting, like, I guess the story.
Quote-unquote.
Yeah, just, you know, characters.
Yeah.
Getting to feel like how they should, and
Yeah, make references to, you know, their universe, their backstories. It's really cool. And I'm about to kill my son.
but there's also some weird things like Resident Evil 5 Jill, which was awful. That was oh yeah,
Yeah.
they did one DLC which was Jill and Shumagarath.
Yeah, for vanilla, and if you already bought those dudes, or... I think if you already had those dudes, then you would get them in Ultimate.
Yeah. So yeah, they were still DLC for the sequel.
Quote-unquote. Then there are costumes, there's the Heroes vs. Heralds free DLC thing, which was essentially just Smash Brothers Spirits before Smash Brothers Spirits.
They made Phoenix Wright, which is
Yeah, they made Phoenix Wright.
it's
They
one
made
of those-
this fucking idiot who would later be played by a fucking LBist.
the thing. What the fuck?
Oh yeah, Ryu has a bunch of new shit in this version where he has rapid fire Hadokens, he has a chargeable Hadoken that's just a full screen explosion. And he also has like a Shoryuken which shoots out a projectile like Cyclops. He also has a super install where he has a Hadoken that just bounces off the walls.
Oh yeah, I saw that, like, I think yesterday I just saw him, like, power up, and I was like, what the fuck? When are you gonna do that?
This game and this game only. The first V trigger, baby!
Oh god, there's just so many things, like, the thing that just annoys me is that there are characters who have movesets, they look like they're fun to play, but the game is just way too much fucking chaos. And it doesn't feel like there's enough neutral in the game. It's all just throwing out stuff at random, and then once you get the confirm, it's straight into that combo you've seen a million times.
Marvel 3's neutral is that gif of Nova air grabbing Zero and then the person immediately going back to the character select.
Yeah. God, so among their weirder choices is Super Scroll, even though I kind of understand why. Crimson Viper.
I mean, she kinda fits because she has like a weird gadget gear and shit. She also has EX moves.
I actually really like playing her in this game. But,
Yeah.
God, remake, Spencer. That was a thing.
And then they brought him back because Combo Fiend likes playing him.
3 Devil May Cry characters. Which, I don't know, like, I like diversity, and so I'm just like, you know, maybe 1 per series, and then, you know, do a couple more if the series is, like, super popular, but
Yeah, at least it's not like Fire Emblem. Why did the screen go black?
I don't know.
Was that Virgil? Was that Virgil hidden tech?
Oh god, yeah. Oh, Dante has the worst moveset I have ever seen in a fighting game.
His whole shtick is...
He has every move.
Yes.
Like, they just gave him as many moves as they possibly could.
Yeah, that makes me flabbergasted as to, like, what would happen if Bayonetta were, like, in a traditional 2D fighting game. It would be chaos because she has, you know, multiple weapons she can equip, multiple other techniques that she can use.
Well, no, it's a matter of, like, showing restraint, you know? Like, they didn't have to do any of that. Like, you know, Smash didn't do that with Bayonetta.
Yeah,
because-
Smash didn't, you know, give her the fucking katana, they didn't give her the gunchucks.
And then another amazingly awful decision was X Factor, which is
Yeah.
your revenge mechanic, where if you can cancel like almost any time into X Factor once per match.
I weirdly like the combo extension you could get off the cancel.
Well, yeah, but
Kind of was spitting that idea for Battle Craze, where instead of a power-up, it's just a free cancel you can do. But
well, yeah, I mean that exists in V triggers in Street Fighter V and Roman cancels in Guilty Gear, but it's not the fact that you can do that. It's the fact that if you get like a damage boost off of it, and if you are the last character alive, you can essentially like murder someone in like 5 hits.
especially if you're Wesker and you don't have your glasses. Which is an oddly specific thing.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
So, when I was playing this as a Wii lad in 2011, when he did the air photon array where he says, "You have no hope," I misheard it as, "You have no boat." I guess that was the meme that I failed to carry on throughout my life.
Is this all Final Fight?
Yeah, the stage is Final Fight.
I never really picked up on that.
And then there's an alternate version where it's the Days of Future Past. It's like you got the big sentinels and like the giant poster.
Oh,
I at least, like, you know, can kind of quote it because I've seen the original comic cover of that, and they made that into a movie, which was pretty alright. It was pretty good.
so Sentinel's in this game.
Yeah, Sentinel's in this game because he was popular in MVC2 and the memes.
Yeah, he was. That was when like you know that this game was a little more Western like influence because the memes started actually making appearances. Like Mango Sentinel is an actual costume
Yeah.
in this game because of that.
He's more yellow than he is orange.
But yeah,
Yeah.
they got a little more creative with the costumes in this one, which is nice.
Yeah, you got that Fantastic Four Ghost Rider.
Yeah, like they didn't do a lot of like. It was mostly recolors, but at the very least, like they got a little creative with it instead of just
Yeah, it's like they altered some of the textures and they put other stuff on them too.
Yeah, damn it!
So many full screen supers too.
That's the thing. That's what this game is. It's just make
Full
every
screen super.
yeah, just dial everything up to 11. So like the actual like back and forth between players is just it's harder to even follow, much less actually do in a fight. I think the game's got a good presentation. Like I like a lot what they do with the like different voice lines, the graphics, the HUD. It's just it's a mess.
The game.
Actually, I don't know if I've ever said this in a video. My friend or someone I used to talk to gave me an in-joke that me and Nimrod like to quote a lot whenever I was playing him in this game, which is Frank West hit me with a plunger. I'm gonna go make a sandwich. Which is, yeah, and that's the thing, right? I wasn't that good at this game, like straight up. But I knew enough about the combo system to make watching combos from me really tedious. And that's my experience with the game. It's just like, just not having fun while landing combos. Like, whenever I got a combo in this game, I sometimes actually dreaded it because I was getting sick of watching my own combos.
Ugh.
That's, and it's like, you imagine what the person who's fighting against me feels like, and it's like, just no one's having fun.
Yeah, that's the eternal struggle.
So I
I think this game also had a part in how Battle Craze was going to play out because I actually wanted to avoid something like this, even though that this kickstarted like my appreciation for fighting games. Because like I didn't want anything that was like super restrictive like Samurai Showdown. Like
Yeah.
I enjoy doing combo stuff. It's just that when it comes to this, it's not like fun for the other player.
Yeah, that's the thing, is you can't just get rid of combos. I mean, I guess you can, it just, you don't have to, is what I'm getting at. Like,
Yeah, it doesn't have to be this.
yeah.
There's Under Night in Birth, which has, it used to have like 100% combos with extremely weird damage scaling, but then they actually balanced it before they released it for consoles, and it was, you know, pretty good.
Yeah, actually, they did a good job
like-
of making it to where, like, combos aren't just, like, brain dead and anyone can do them, which is kind of the
Yeah,
problem
and
with
also
this
there's a
game.
lot of combo creativity with it too. So
Yeah.
it's not like you have to do the same thing over and over again.
And oh god,
Have your own spin on whatever you do.
watching this game play competitively is just so fucking annoying. Like, I don't want to see a zero loop again in my fucking life. Like, it's just boring. It's like, there have been some good moments in it. Like, I remember I think the one I saw where it was like Frank West doing the anti-air grab on Phoenix.
And then they yelled so hard that
Yeah.
it broke the mic.
Like, that was actually a really great moment because it required creativity.
Yeah. And then there's She-Hulk who said that she would meet Deadpool in Marvel 4. Aw.
She-Hulk's a really cool character.
Yeah, I could never use her. And here's Schumacher Roth, who's surprisingly accurate to his 2D appearances.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I like about this animation when it came to like recreating the returning characters. They did a really good job capturing like.
And then they kept saying, like, oh, but we can't add any more Darkstalkers characters because their, like, cartoony animations are too hard to render in 3D. It's like, motherfucker, you have this.
Yeah, you got this dude. He's 6 tentacles and an eyeball.
It keeps, like, transforming.
Yeah, there's that too, and they make it seem so seamless. Like, you know, like, 3D transformation isn't easy because they have to, like, save it as pieces.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
But
like,
they do
I've seen it amateurishly in Fantasy Strike where Rook has a move where he, like, turns into an anvil, and then, like, when he transitions back into himself, it's like his head shrinks.
Right. I just remember they gave a lot of weird excuses why they didn't include characters in this game, and it was like somebody who just definitely didn't know what they were talking about. Because I remember they said like, "Oh, we were going to include Rouge from Power Stone, but she was too risque." It's like you have
They put
Felicia.
Felicia in the game! They have to cover her up!
Relatively.
Yeah, at least in like promotional material.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They should make another Darkstalker so they could redesign Felicia. Or do I have to do it my goddamn self?
I mean, yeah, we're not getting another Darkstalker, so.
Yeah, we already had Killer Instinct and Keonta too.
So, another wonderful feature of the combo system in this game is this Arrow Wave thing where you could tag out to your other characters through a, like, I would say rock, paper, scissors, except it was even worse than that.
Yeah, and it's the whole reason why the button scheme changed in the first place.
God.
I think Galactus is here.
I do like that effect. It just kind of tears open
Yeah.
the page.
That used to creep me out as a kid, because I didn't know when it was coming until I noticed the long loading time and the tiny seams in like the win page.
Uh-oh.
And then for some reason you fight Metal Akuma.
Oh, right, this is set.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like Metal Akuma, Wesker, Doom, or Dormammu.
Huh. I do genuinely like whenever you like do the delayed hyper combo, they come in with like a unique line.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of I just really like some of the stuff in this game. Just
Yeah.
uh,
I used to think that this guy was like the worst thing, but playing plenty of Kingdom Fighters is like, no, this guy is actually pretty tame.
yeah. God. Like Killer Instinct just defined how you can make combos fun. It's
Yeah,
like,
because there's like, you know, a whole meta to breaking them. There's bursting, technically?
oh, that's right. Yeah.
It's like you have to make the right guess. You have to learn what your opponent's patterns are, or else you will eat a bunch of damage.
Yeah,
But
but
if you guess wrong, you might also eat a bunch of damage.
Yeah, but there's no, like, reason for them to, like, it's just random. Like, they don't have any reason to pick certain things. Whereas in Killer Instinct, like, it's actually, like, you can read your opponent.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah. Alright, yeah, this is the era where everyone hates the cameraman.
Yeah, I'm surprised that he didn't have a fucking mouth parasite like in the movie. Because it's like, he's broken in this game, and he doesn't need a fucking mouth parasite to... Ugh. This guy's gonna skip the credits.
Thank you for playing.
Called it. Ugh.
God.
So this game has been influential for me for a multitude of reasons, both good and bad.
Yeah. It's like 40 more seconds of just brooding around in the PS4 menu. PS3, whatever.
Nice Crash Bandicoot icon. So I'm excited for Crash Bandicoot 4.
Yeah.
You know, we're actually getting the fourth game, unlike Marvel.
I mean, we got a fourth game.
Yeah,
which
but
is
it's not
right
Marvel
there.
vs. Capcom 4.
Just go over a couple, it's right there.
Yeah, don't play Mortal Kombat XL, it sucks.
Or Injustice 2. Man, you got some bad games. Batman the Telltale Series. Yeah, I would only play that either. Jesus.
Bam, bam!
The Deus Ex might be good. I actually don't know. Anyway.
Yeah. I almost clicked on Resident Evil 3, but 500% facial. So this game,
I like this game better than MVC3.
I can get that.
Like playing it. No, it's like it looks ugly as sin, but
No one is
like I think that we had that like Windows Store thing. Where it was like
Let's go. I smell a sinner.
Jesus.
Ghost Rider's voice.
Yeah. But like there was the Games Pass, that was it. It was like $1. So me and Bob played it, and we're like every change they made from MVC3 to this, I think I appreciated. Like gameplay
So like I
wise.
can criticize this on an aesthetic level, but I haven't played this myself because I, don't want to buy it.
Yeah. I admit I didn't
So
actually mess
you're
with
gonna have to tell me like how it is, because I've heard that the gameplay is the best part. It's just that everything else is bad. It's like having a weird color sauce for like a pizza, but it like tastes excellent.
Yeah, I have to admit I didn't get to mess with the gems a whole lot. But the thing about this game, as opposed to MVC3, is that again you're down to 2 people, and it actually just straight up emphasizes switching constantly. Like you can do that free basically. Like every time they switch characters, like in the middle of a super. And so it's like encouraging you to actually use your characters as a team, rather than having like a battery or a Dark Phoenix.
Do a fucking, hidden missiles.
Oh yeah, and I actually don't know if there's any assists at all. I forget.
There are no assists.
Okay.
Technically, the stones were meant to be the assist, while also being that tie-in to the movies.
Yeah. So there's also that. The Marvel really, or is it Disney? I guess we should blame. Somebody, like there was just a shitload of corporate meddling in this one.
Yeah, it's like I feel like it's like Capcom really did want to make the best Marvel game. It's just that Marvel and Disney just have to stick their dick in this and be like.
Yeah, so like a lot of the choices were just based on the movies. Everyone got like redesigns to kind of match their cinematic universe, and I actually liked most of those movies, but it did not do this game any favors.
I think it's like the realistic aesthetic that they tried to do.
Your magics will serve me well.
Yeah.
Like it's not like the worst thing.
God, this voice.
Ugh. Rocket Raccoon, what happened?
Just to repeat something that Bob said, they put him in MVC3, they introduced him there and gave him a Cockney accent, and then next game in he sounds completely different because oops.
Yeah. They're just like, no more goofy shit. You can't have a spring trap, it has to electrify them. Also, one thing that I've noticed is that a lot of level 3s are just they punch and then they fire off a big super or something, like a beam.
Yeah.
And it's like they use like that same camera angle from like the behind the shoulder, and then there's like the tiny person. I know Thanos has like his level 3 super is just him punching him, and it has like a stock sing sound effect, and it's named after a Shadow the Hedgehog level.
That's all you need to know right there. I really hope we
should
get to
have
see.
just been him beatboxing.
I really hope we get to see.
The galaxy is Ghost Rider.
I want to see Ghost Rider's level 3 in this.
Oh yeah.
That is the worst looking thing in a fighting game.
Challenge my hellspawn power.
And also this. Oh. I thought it was like, no, that was in Marvel 3 where it like he drove past, but then it would like pause at like the last possible second, and you like see his skull without fire. For some reason, Ryu was a scientist in this game.
Oh god. The story. That was the thing, they emphasized the single-player campaign a whole lot, and it's like, yeah, only Angry Joe wanted that, no one else.
Surrender all hope.
It's.
Ruler has arrived.
I feel like this could have gotten like a little bit better press if they had like a demo where you play against other people and not like the story where.
Yeah, I guess I underestimate how much people actually want single-player campaigns, but I feel like it's one of those things like there's two different markets, and they try to appeal to both, and just they didn't have what it takes to do it.
It's like, I can understand that because I grew up with a lot of games that did have a lot of single-player content. It's just that the right kind of single-player content.
Yeah, they just had the wrong idea about it.
Like, most of the story can just be, you know, dealt with in arcade mode and stuff. And maybe other supplementary material like comics.
It doesn't help that the actual writing is just, like, a mess.
Like a B-list Marvel writer.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, Morgan's obviously friends with Jeddah, right? Even though that they never interacted in Vampire Savior.
That will never not bother me. Like, jeez. So yeah, they added Jeddah.
Oh yeah, he makes a return after, like, years, and he has a weird English voice.
Honestly, that was, like, the best they could have done for the English voice for him. Like, it wasn't bad.
He just has his moments where it's like, it's beautiful!
I mean, that's what he is, though. Like, you kind of had to do that. And it's
Yeah.
funny, but, like, that is Jeddah. Like, I can't fault him for that. Especially considering so many other voice actors in this game do not give a shit.
Yeah. It's either the voice actors didn't give a shit, or they just had bad voice direction.
Yeah.
Because most of these are returning from Marvel 3.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
They did a good job there. It's...
By my hand.
I don't think they're bad. It's probably bad vocal direction, given that this does not have dual audio.
There was also, oh god, I'm just trying to remember, like,
Who will prevail?
Frank West has, like, a new level 3, I think. That looks,
Yeah.
like, so stupid.
They should have just given him the thing from Tatsunoko versus Capcom.
Yeah. They tried so hard to, like, tie it into something else, but they...
There is no one above me.
Spider-Man has a
I'll listen to your
hysterical
excuses
level
when
3.
Which is based off of the Raimi films?
Yep. Where, Green Goblin, quote-unquote, makes an appearance. By name only.
Quote-unquote. Yeah. It should have just been him entering the hotel and being like, it's pizza time.
Emperor stand, Titan Jitsu. Titan Jitsu.
So, Thanos is essentially a completely different character than he was in Superheroes and Marvel 2.
That's what I noticed.
I
like,
mean, I don't mind it because he essentially only had 2 moves in those games, and they gave him a lot more to work with.
Oh, also, the remixes in this game suck.
Yeah, and then they gave all the Marvel characters new music,
Yeah.
which sucks.
The weird thing, and I don't know how much you know about this, so probably it's gonna go over your head, but like they did, when they put Frank West in MVC3, they gave him Adam's theme, which is kind of weird.
Yeah,
but
I
like,
knew about that.
yeah, it's like a pretty good song. And then in this game, they gave him a remix of Adam's theme and Brock's theme, which, like, is a weird thing that they did, and it also just sounds like fucking garbage.
Even is like the Dead Rising theme.
It's
it
Frank West has a
have a
yeah, Frank West has a theme, but it's just not very like fighting gamey. Like it's
I mean, they could have like tried to make it work. I know that Smash Brothers did that with all that banjo music.
I feel like the using Adam's theme is like really weird, but it's a really good theme, so I don't mind it.
I will take everything by my hand.
I don't know.
Also,
if we're-
everybody only has one win quote because they couldn't be asked to lip sync everything else.
Yeah.
Battle without limits.
Oh yeah, they gave Jeddah a new stupider looking design.
It's like they made him look like a Marvel character. And then Ultron is here. But fortunately, he isn't talking about fucking philosophy or have a human face. Nobody remembers Age of Ultron. Age of Ultron sucked.
Your role is finished. Mistress Death will be most happy.
Who will come out on top? Ready.
This guy.
Fight.
Yeah.
I am a little sad they went with the liquid form stuff again, but I mean, it
You
is what
know,
it
they
is.
didn't want an M rating.
Which is fine. I mean,
It's grape jelly.
At the same time, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense that it's just blood.
So it's weird that the main antagonist is this guy with somebody else, and this guy's in the vanilla version.
Oh, that's
The
right.
base. Yeah. The other dude was DLC. Like, the DLC was supposed to be, you know, in the base, but then they're just like, you know what? We might as well sell this.
I mean, they probably have money issues considering all the other troubles they had.
Yeah, I heard that this game had a shorter, but like a budget worse than Street Fighter V's DLC. That's why they have to, you know, recycle so much stuff from 3, like the roster.
Oh, right, there's the Fetus of God theme is playing right now, which is another awful remix.
Yeah, because they like just switched spots of so many chunks of the music.
It just doesn't sound good.
I hate it when they do that.
It's just not very exciting.
Yeah, like this part is like the drop. Like the beginning is somewhere else. It's like after that part.
Just the fact that the final boss of this is it's Ultron and I forgot his stupid name, Sigma?
Sigma.
Yeah.
Sigma.
Like he's like really old at this point.
Battle without limits.
Oh, well there he is.
I mean, they brought Mega Man X over because, you know, a lot of people fucking wanted him, and then, you know what, you don't care about the rest, haha.
Oh god, people got so angry that Mega Man wasn't in VC3. I don't know what the fuck's going on there.
It's just because, you know, Mega Man's like the quote-unquote poster boy of Capcom.
No, it's
And they're like,
Ryu.
what's Marvel vs. Capcom with Mega Man? I mean, I used to be that, and I don't like Mega Man games.
I mean,
I like classic Mega Man's like designs of like the Robot Masters and the characters. I just don't like playing them.
well, yeah, that's fair. It's just weird to me. It's like, oh yeah, you know, it's got to be Mega Man. It's like, well, yeah, what about Cat and Commando? They're pretty good about abandoning their mascots.
It's funny that this design is more Ultron than it is Sigma.
Yeah.
Like, Sigma had this really cool design in Mega Man X8, where he almost kind of looked like Ultron a bit, but he was like completely like darkened and had like devil horns. I should probably show you.
Yeah.
Pathetic, pathetic.
I don't think there was many like interesting movesets in this game either. It's also like just some of the character choices are like the characters I don't mind like in the movies, but like for this game they're just not all that exciting. Like the fucking Winter Soldier,
Gamora.
Gamora.
I heard Winter Soldier was like busted, but
Well,
Gun. He's just Gun.
Only one team will be left standing.
And then there's this.
yeah.
I mean, I guess this is like a thing that Sigma would do, because he's been just a big stupid face before, but this, the way that they handle this boss is just...
Pathetic junk. You can't even wield your own power.
Do you think you can defeat us?
Ready.
So this boss has too much goddamn health. He could also block.
Yeah, he has this thing where he starts blocking and then does nothing. And like you just sit there and wait.
And then he does too much damage.
I've actually never fought this. I don't think I did.
Like, I know in like the hardest difficulties he has much more health and he could like kill you with one thing. Like, you have to tease it with Soul Stone to actually beat it, and it took like 7 minutes.
Seriously, he has that attack where he just starts blocking. And then that's all he does. He just sits there and blocks. Oh, oh.
Or he just does that.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be back here now.
He also has a grab super, which I didn't know until like later.
So we're not gonna see Ghost Rider's level 3.
No. It's just the one from Marvel 3, except they don't zoom in into his eye.
Yeah, it's like
Just
so-
look at him.
It's you have to see it. You just instead of it zooming into his eyes, like look into my eyes, and it like zooms into the fire, and it looks kind of silly even in original, but you know it makes sense.
You just look at Ghost Rider's face like a fucking FaceTime video.
Yeah, it's just like you see first person your character looking at Ghost Rider, he's just staring at you.
So, how are you doing?
Look into my eye and tell me that you actually like Hazbin Hotel.
No. I can't believe that that got picked up for TV.
Oh, is that why people are talking about it?
Yeah, because it got
Oh.
picked up for TV, and I was just like, you know what? Given all the shit behind it, I would appreciate that you don't follow me. Because this
Yeah.
isn't about Hazbin Hotel being a bad product, it's about the people behind it and the people that are being defended.
I can't wait to make fun of it.
We are not going to watch this series. I'm sorry.
That's good.
Or
Thank
at
you.
least I'm not. If you want to do it, then go ahead.
No, I think yeah. It would do whatever you can to protect me from actually saying it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they had freaking Captain America's theme, but only for the credits.
I was say I recognize this. I was like, wait, what the fuck? This was so disappointing. Especially because, like, it actually looked like a game I want to play as opposed to MVC3. But everything else about it. It's like the roster was more boring. It looked like a mobile game, like the graphics on the characters like they're all stiff.
Yeah. It's like Marvel 3 nailed the look of Marvel vs. Capcom, while this game nailed the gameplay of Marvel vs. Capcom.
Yeah.
And it would probably be best for them to not make another one, despite what leakers are going to fake. It's
And
like,
it's-
honestly, they should just do another Capcom in-company crossover with gameplay similar to this, because...
Yeah. I don't know why they don't do that.
Yeah, because Capcom has a lot of cool characters.
Like, if you're not going to make another Rival Schools or another Darkstalkers, then just make a Capcom fighter, you know?
Yeah.
You get all these people wanting all this different stuff, and it's like, you can make that work if you just design a game that's fun to play with those characters. But they're
Yeah,
just
you
like,
could kill multiple birds with one Infinity Stone. Sorry, gem.
shh. They fucking, and then they did Fighting Jam. I don't know what they're doing, man.
They did All Stars, but then it got canceled because people deliberately, like, at the Loka test, they just deliberately broke the machines because they hated the idea of it. And then they canceled it, and then they had to make Ono, like, do an apology game, which was Fighting Jam. And people were like, oh, after this, it's like the dark age of fighting games, even though that there's still plenty of shit to try.
Oh my goodness. I think this will come back in some fashion. I think they're gonna make some sort of return, but it's not gonna
Marvel?
happen. Not in Marvel specifically, just Capcom's like big grandiose like crossover fighters.
Yeah.
I don't think it's just gonna die here, but I don't think it's gonna come back soon.
Yeah, we just need to give this shit some time. And, like, people don't give anything time. It's like people complaining about Sword and Shield being half-baked, and then they're like, where is Pokemon Diamond and Pearl remakes?
Don't get me started, fucking Pokemon fans. Oh my god. There's no pleasing them.
Yeah, all you gotta do is just wait. Like, Street Fighter V wasn't perfect on launch, but you just gotta wait.
Yeah, so that rumor about, like, oh, they didn't, they made Street Fighter V's new season because Street Fighter 6 didn't test well. It's like, yeah.
No!
Yeah, because, like, any other Street Fighter game was really good on launch, which, it sucks, Square Enix. It sucks that, it takes them this long to actually get the game in a working order, but Street Fighter V, I think, was really good because of it. So,
Yeah.
you gotta take risks, you know?
Yeah. It's
But
like, people be like that Cropcat dude and make a fucking video about games being bad on day one, but then they fucking update it. Like, look what happened to No Man's Sky.
What did happen to
They
No Man's
could-
Sky?
After the game released, they completely isolated themselves from social media and reviews, and then they just slowly, bit by bit, just updated the game to make it play better.
Huh.
They, like, ironed out the kinks, added a whole bunch of new features, and then it eventually got good.
Yeah,
So don't be Cropcat and be like, oh, Nintendo Switch bad launch.
I mean, in a way, it's weird that Capcom would take this much effort to put out a game that's good on launch, but, like, it doesn't mean that it's, you know, irredeemable.
Yeah, like there's something that you could have salvaged out of this, but I don't think that they wanted to like continue given like the bad reception and Marvel being a butt.
Yeah, with this game, I think it was kind of doomed based on just Marvel, like, constantly sticking their hand into it.
Yeah, again, in-universe Capcom crossover, not a bad idea.
Who knows?
Because, like, the only other video game company that makes characters as iconic as, like, Nintendo is Capcom.
Yeah? In SNK, but,
SNK's a little bit more, like, I wouldn't say, like, obscure, like, a little bit less known, but they, you know,
yeah, they're a little smaller.
yeah.
Which is why they're just kind of putting their characters out in anything that'll accept them.
Fucking Million Arthur Arcana Blood.
That's why I want another Capcom versus SNK, or vice versa, you know? Like, if they made it play completely different even, just like having all those characters back together again, I think is just ideal.
Yeah.
Like, I think everybody would love that, just to have those characters again, even, like, but you just have to make the game fun to play. Like, you can't do this, you can't do Street Fighter Cross Tekken, like, you have to actually give a shit about what it plays like.
Yeah. A lot of Street Fighter Cross Tekken was a whole bunch of bad ideas in one.
Yeah.
But I'm just wondering who would even make Capcom versus SNK 3 if we're talking hypotheticals.
Oh, I have no idea. I mean, I'm sure there's plenty of people you can give it to who can do it right, it's just you have to actually try.
Yeah. Actually, wasn't Street Fighter 5 outsourced to like Dimps or something?
Oh yeah, I think I remember hearing something about that.
Yeah.
They're halfway there.